We're back again for another episode of Bob, Bobby, and Batman. I'm here with my dad, Bob, and we're going to discuss some Batman-oriented stuff. So, here we go. And the biggest thing I think that we have in common is Batman.
I thought it was good looks.
I don't think I got the good look gene.
I did. And to this day, I have never watched an episode. It was so disappointing to me. And then it just got, and I know they consider that campy today, and but even to this day, when I see Adam, what the hell is his name?
Adam West.
He's what, 120, and he's still doing the Batman thing.
'89. What's your memory of that summer leading into 1989 with the Batman movie?
I'm old. How the hell do I?
You don't remember anything like,
the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
What the hell was that guy's name that directed it?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I liked Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
I always did. I liked Michael Keaton in both movies as the Batman.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I could not stand Jack Nicholson.
Really?
Yeah, I hated Jack Nicholson. That whole parade and all that, it was like, what the hell? Because in the beginning of that movie, it was kind of dark, and it looked like it was going to be something worthwhile. But at the end, when he's, with the parade and all, it was like, what the hell? And then, of course, then again, Keaton does the second movie. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then, who the hell was the third one? I don't even know if I saw it.
Third one switched with the Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah, Val Kilmer blew. And of course, George Clooney, that sucked too. And then all of a sudden it became like, that whole deal with Val Kilmer and George Clooney, like cartoonish,
I felt like, in my mind, Kilmer played the better Batman.
Probably did, yeah.
Because he took it more serious.
Yeah.
But the problem was
well, it's the script. The script blows. The script blows. I don't care who you got in it.
But at the same time, I feel like when an actor doesn't go after the role, he don't take it serious. So when you don't dye your hair, because Bruce Wayne's got dark hair.
Yeah.
When you keep your hair blonde, all that, I feel like you're making a mockery of some sort of what it is. You know what it's supposed to be, but you're deciding to do it your own way, regardless. And that's where I feel like I liked Val Kilmer. But I think, too, the one thing that always bugged me in all those movies was every single movie he tells people who he is.
Yeah.
That bugged the shit out of me. Every movie, with Keaton, he tells Vicky Vale, which is Kim Basinger, he tells her he's Batman. And then he goes on, he tells Michelle Pfeiffer he's Batman. And then Kilmer tells, what was her name? I think Nicole Kidman was in the third one.
Yeah.
He tells Nicole Kidman. And it just continues down the line. And it's like, listen, if you read the comics, Batman doesn't tell anybody.
He never told anybody.
He don't tell nobody.
Right.
And if anything, what you tell Commissioner Gordon before you tell all these other people, because he's your ally, you're working with him. You're not going to tell Commissioner Gordon. You're going to keep it a secret from Gordon, but you're going to tell, some floozy of the week, whoever it is.
And it's funny because I recall, because we're such snobs, I recall when they first were going to come out with the Batman Begins, and with Christian Bale, and they mentioned that he was going to play the part of Batman, and how I just got done watching American Psycho, and it was like, holy shit, this guy's like serious actor.
Yeah,
there ain't no bullshit,
Serious.
And then we went to IMAX and saw the first one, and I recall there was a scene where he's on top of the building next to a gargoyle, and the camera's going behind him, and you and I looked at each other. I still remember you and I looked at each other and went, "Holy shit, that's the comic!"
And that was
with the cityscape and all that. And then I remember the second time, when they came out and they said Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker, and I immediately said, "This is serious shit."
Yeah.
But
I wasn't happy with that. With Ledger being cast as Joker.
When they mentioned it.
When they mentioned it, I went. Yeah. What happened for me was I went, and I don't know if you remember this conversation, but that was coming off of Brokeback Mountain. I looked at it and I said, coming off Brokeback Mountain, it was all that controversy and all that stuff, and I was like, I don't want, him playing the Joker, but I'm annoyed. I didn't like the whole, because I felt like, and again, it's the time, it was the media. They were making it out, you're watching Fox News and all this stuff, and they're making it out to be the worst thing ever. And eventually, I was just like, well, I don't care that he played a gay cowboy. I could care less about that. But I just don't. He's not taking things seriously. I don't want him to be. And I remember bitching to you about it, and you turned around to me and you just said to me, "Listen, have you watched him in all these other movies, Monsters Ball and all?"
Oh yeah, he's terrific.
He's a great actor.
He is.
You need to give him a chance. And I remember you saying this to me. Are you Christopher Nolan? And I said, no. And he goes, you said, were you sitting there when he shot his test screening? I said, no. He goes, that man, did you like Batman Begins? I said, I thought it was great. He goes, if you like Batman Begins, you need to trust him. And trust that he saw something in that casting that he likes. Yeah. And that he's going to make it. And I said, you know what? And at that point, I said, that might change. I said, you know what? You're right. And I gave it a chance. And when they first started putting out those first images of him, I said, "This
greatest Joker ever in history." I don't think anybody will ever surpass that.
I'm curious with Jared Leto.
Kurt last night had informed me. We were riding down the road, and he told me about this guy, and I don't know who he is.
You know Jared Leto?
I've heard.
Well, he's a singer, but he also did acting. But he was just in that Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, the thing was that he was telling me the movies. He looked on his phone, and he was telling movies this guy had been in. And I went, well, you know what? He's been in nothing but serious roles.
He just won the Academy Award.
He just won the Academy?
He was Best Supporting Actor
for who?
In Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, did he?
With him and Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch it either. But, I mean, I know they raved about it. And so, I know what they're... And apparently, like, he's gone off the radar, supposedly. Like, he's taking this entirely serious. Like, apparently, people close on the set are saying that he don't want to copy Heath Ledger. He doesn't want to copy Nicholson. He wants to do his own Joker, his own version. But they're saying, like, he's taking 110%. Like, he's got dark... And this is what we were saying with Val Kilmer. He's got dark hair. Apparently, he's going in... completely bleached his hair blonde because he's going to take a dye job to go green.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to go more comic book Joker. Where to me, and that's the thing, like, I think Ledger did a great job. And I'm not taking anything from Ledger. I think he was phenomenal. He made that movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was above and beyond great. But he wasn't the Joker of the comic books. And what I mean by that is he was more of an anarchist in the comics. In the movie. Yeah, he was phenomenal. I'm not taking that away. But I feel like the Joker that I've read all my life is the type of person that is sadistic.
Yeah.
He's mental.
Yeah.
But he jokes the entire... Like, he's cracking jokes the entire time. Yeah. He could be killing you, but he's making jokes about
it. And Ledger didn't do that. But... It was just amazing.
But I think
because he was a psycho.
Well, what they were
crazy.
Yes, and what they were trying to do with all of the Nolan movies were, what if this was realistic?
Yeah.
This is the way Nolan envisioned the Joker. If there was a real, true Joker.
Yeah.
And I got that, and I was on board with it, and I said, I love it, and it's still my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
My favorite Batman movie of all time.
Without a doubt.
Because I think you could take Batman and the Joker out of that movie, and it's a great detective movie. And that, to me, is what made that movie so great. That appealed to so many different people. It didn't matter that Batman was in it. Just the fact that you were able to look at that movie, and that's a great movie. And I think I said it to you after I watched it the first time. I called you up because I believe I took off of work that day, and I went to a matinee.
That's like you saw it 3 times.
I saw it a bunch of times, yeah. But that one, they weren't really doing midnight showings at that time. Now they do midnight showings all the time. And and they might have done a midnight showing, but I didn't go to it. But I went to go see it, and I remember calling you and was like, "That's not the best Batman movie. That's the best movie that I've seen in my life." And I think it's the greatest movie ever? It definitely has to be ranked up there because it constantly keeps you on your toes, and there's so many swerves and back and forth. Some of the stuff that Nolan, like that truck flipping and it just the amazing stuff that he did, and it, like I said, constantly had you guessing.
Yeah.
Like you look back at some of the great movies in time, especially like detective movies. That's what they do. They keep you guessing all the time. Like who's the murderer? And it's just when you think you got it understood, boom, they flip it, and you know. So to me, I think it. But again, I think Ledger did a phenomenal job. I'm not taking anything from him, but it was just a different tone Batman. Where this is more. They're going the direction of they're trying to create this universe with the movies. They're trying to compete with Marvel. So they're doing this whole different take on it, I think, which I'm all for, you know. But I think with the Joker now, it's going to be... I'm kind of curious what the hell they're doing with the Joker. Because the movie Suicide Squad, which I don't think you really know what that is, right? It's more or less like a bunch of criminals that are... The government's either going to kill them or... get rid of them, and they kind of like they work for hire, but they work for the government.
Were you telling me about this, or Kurt maybe
Kurt was telling you about it? But
they got to do it. If they don't, they kill them.
They kill them. They give them. The government gives them no choice.
And that's where this guy's going to be in this movie.
He's. I think the Joker comes in because Harley Quinn's in it as well.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is we bring him in. He's our villain.
Right.
The rumor at the moment is. Then they spawn off of that. They go after Justice League gets done. Ben Affleck is supposed to go off, do a solo Batman movie, but he's supposed to direct it. And Jared Leto is going to play the Joker in that Batman movie.
Oh.
And that's where I'm kind of the long road to get there. What's your feelings on Affleck being cast as Batman?
Oh, I like it. I think I know everybody was screaming about it, and you know. Made a big deal out of it, but he's a serious actor, and I think he took it seriously.
I think that after...
And I think he also he's a smart enough guy to believe that he could ruin his career doing this if he doesn't do it right.
If he doesn't do it right, because they'll turn on him like that.
Oh, yeah, they turn on him, but, I mean, let's be honest about it. Jesus Christ, he bulked the hell out of himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he really bulked up.
Yeah. Well, between the bulking up, and if you look at the past 3 films that he's done, now, I didn't see Gone Girl.
Yeah,
I do want to see that. I haven't seen that yet. But if you watch the other movies he did, The Town, and then
he directed The Town.
He directed The Town. He wrote and directed it.
Was that his brother that played the lead role?
The other
Casey Affleck.
But he was, I think he was in the movie, but he didn't play he wasn't the no. The other guy was the guy from Avengers, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. There was a movie, I can't remember the name of it, don't matter at this point, we're getting off track.
Yeah.
But he directed, and I think it was his brother that was the lead on it. It was a very, very good movie.
And then, and then he did the what the hell was the follow-up movie that he did? The one about the Iran terrorists.
Oh, Argo, or whatever the hell.
So he comes back, after he does The Town, he comes back and does Argo, and he directed it.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I think it was a great movie. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. He did. I think the next one he did after I think it was called Runner. Runner. I forget the name, but it was with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
He plays a villain in that movie, and that's another. He plays a.
Oh yeah.
If you look at his roles. I think people are caught up on the whole Geely thing.
But you know what?
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, but let's be honest about it. All right. As good as he is, and as great as his career has been, anybody that can get Jennifer Lopez has to. You're up there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be honest. And plus dumps her. You know what I mean? Because she's so fucking. She was so fucking annoying that he finally dumped her ass.
She was killing his career.
And she was killing his career. But let's be honest about it. Anybody that can get Jennifer Lopez, you got to give him some credit.
Not me.
Oh, come on.
She don't do anything for me.
Oh, well, good God. Well, that's because you're half gay. Anybody that she don't do anything for you, you got to be half gay.
So
we were supposed to be talking about Batman.
We are.
Somehow.
We are. So okay. So then you get on to the whole. You agree with the whole casting of. I know you weren't a fan of Man of Steel.
No, I didn't care for that.
Now, is that because?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a story. It wasn't Zod and all that shit. It was. I watched it. It took me a long time to finally sit down and watch it.
Yeah, it did.
And it was an action movie.
Yeah,
that's all it was. It was an action movie. There was, I mean, what did they, Jesus Christ, what was it, the last 45 minutes? It seemed like an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. Nothing but crashes and fighting. Yeah. And it was like, how much special effects can you do here? Mm-hmm. There was no story behind it. It was garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I remember when I talked to you afterwards, I went, this should have been like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie or something. No, this was not Man of Steel. It was terrible.
And see, I loved it. And I think that when you watched Superman Returns, that was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. You know,
that was more like Superman.
Plus the fact, who was the girl they casted as Lois Lane? Bosworth.
Yeah,
or something.
Kate Bosworth.
Yeah, she blows. Yeah. And you know, it was just
she was horrible in it.
She was horrible.
I liked Spacey as Luthor. Yeah. I thought, but I love Kevin Spacey. I think he's a great actor.
Spacey is the man.
So for me, him being Lex Luthor, I thought he was phenomenal.
He was a great Lex Luthor.
Yes, but I just think
about it. Was anybody, as far as a great Lex Luthor, who was better than the guy that played Lex Luthor in Smallville?
Michael Rosenbaum.
He was amazing.
Yeah, I loved him.
And then to find out he was like a comedian or something.
Yeah, he's not even. Yeah, because you watch the stuff he does. He's just like slapstick type stuff.
And it's amazing. And I always said that was the ultimate, to me, the ultimate Lex Luthor.
And I was a little upset that they didn't cast him in
the movie.
This upcoming movie.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I'm still fine with the casting. You know, and then, but I feel like I didn't have a problem with Man of Steel because I felt like it's an origin story. I kind of like they spent a little bit of time on Krypton, a little bit more than the original, the 70s, Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people got hung up on the whole, you know, I think with me, I felt like he's adapted to the times, he's advanced a little bit, he's doing more. He's a little stale, Superman, in terms of you had to do something to get people excited.
Well, you know, the thing is that Superman is Superman.
Exactly.
Batman is a normal person.
Yes.
And that's why I always thought that more people followed Batman, because it's more, you know, Superman it's a great comic and a great, you know, just Superman in general was great. But Batman was the common person.
Yeah.
And I think when kids read it, and even, you know, maybe even me when I was a kid or whatever, it was, you know, you just felt like you could identify with that there's a possibility you could be a Batman,
yes,
you know, can't be a Superman.
No. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. You can follow me on a couple of avenues, Instagram and Twitter at The Geek Gurus, Facebook.com/The Geek Gurus. Peace, mother.
One